In Too Deep, the Brian Futz story, a long-lost 80s movie, written by Zack and Andrew Miller. Fade in. Interior, a gentleman's den, evening. A velvet wing-back chair with brass buttons sits empty before a crackling fire. A dignified, silver-haired man approaches the chair, dressed in tweeds and a turtleneck, carrying a snifter of brandy. Terence Meriwether takes a seat in the chair. He unbuttons his blazer, swirls his brandy, and then seems to notice the camera. He smiles, pleasantly surprised.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I'm Terence Meriwether.
He takes a sip and settles himself more comfortably.
Bogart and Bacall, Abbott and Costello, Martin and Lewis. Of all the great screen duos in cinema history, actors are often the first to come to mind. But we must never forget the masters behind the camera as well. From Merchant and Ivory to the Duplass brothers, creative collaboration has always been a hallmark of Hollywood excellence.
He sniffs his brandy thoughtfully.
But perhaps no behind-the-camera duo has dominated an entire decade the way Lucien Thorne and David Baxter Donnelly put their screenwriting stamp on the 1980s.
We see photos of Thorne and Donnelly in action, at the typewriter, inspecting film reels, screaming at each other. They look like Loggins and Messina, but with more hairspray.
Hugely prolific and no strangers to controversy, Thorne and Donnelly wrote many of the beloved 80s hits. Kung Fu Summer Camp, for instance. The joyous little romp known as Bikinis on Top. And of course, who could forget Breakfast Club 2, Back for Seconds?
The photos give way to a collage of newspaper clippings. Screen Scribe Slaughter, Beverly Hills Bloodbath, Hollywood Ending, duo rubbed out on Rodeo.
But Thorne and Donnelly will always be remembered for the way they met their shocking demise. In the springtime of their manhood, the two writers, gunned down on July 4th, 1986, outside Rodeo Drive's most exclusive brasserie, Le Petit Lapin.
A photo of two candy apple red cars, matching Ferrari Testarossas, parked on Rodeo and riddled with bullet holes. A black and white photo of two matching headstones covered in flowers. The headstones are inscribed with the words, Thorne and Donnelly, Dreams Never Die. Back on camera, Meriwether leans forward to adjust a crackling log with his ivory-handled fire poker.
And what heinous villain committed this crime? The truth, my friends, is that no one knows. But theories abound.
We see a one-sheet for an 80s movie. It shows Al Pacino in a white suit carrying a boombox on his shoulder.
Was the murderer a Cuban-American, incensed by the duo's culturally insensitive blockbuster, Scarface 2, Barrio Breakdowns?
A still photo, Thorne and Donnelly partying hard with a mountain of blow and a cavalcade of scantily clad women.
Perhaps an Eastern European drug lord collecting on Thorne and Donnelly's truly gargantuan cocaine debts?
Still photo, Olympic champion Mark Spitz beaming, arms folded on the side of the pool.
One theory even points to this man, 9-time Olympic champion Mark Spitz.
Another one-sheet, this one bearing the title Shaved Legs and Dark Secrets, The Life and Crimes of Mark Spitz.
The duo's only made-for-TV offering, an unauthorized biopic, Shaved Legs and Dark Secrets, drew the ire of Spitz. The former world record holder calling it, quote, pure fantasy, a drug-fueled hatchet job by the two shallowest men in Hollywood.
We see a modern-day photo of a rusted Ferrari Testarossa riddled with rusted bullet holes.
But Thorne and Donnelly had one more trick up their silk sleeves. Unbeknownst to their friends and family, the eccentric scribes had secretly deposited a brand new script in a safe deposit box just hours before their bloody deaths. Now, in 2019, thanks to the dogged work of the Beverly Hills Police Department and our friends at Buena Park Pictures, that script has, at last, seen the light of day. And the result is the film you are about to enjoy.
Terence Meriwether pours himself another drink from a crystal decanter, noticeably larger than the first.
Epitomizing the spirit of the 1980s, when archaeologists carried bullwhips, time travel seemed inevitable, and karate was the national pastime, Thorne and Donnelly's final film is a reminder of an earlier, more innocent age. This is the film America has been waiting for. This is In Too Deep, the Brian Futz story.
Fade out.